Really proud of the guys tonight. I knew that was going to be a tough physical game because they played tremendous against Alabama. I think they beat them like 25. And obviously they stubbed their toe to start the season. But I knew they were going to be physical. They had a couple transfers, really good players. Ray does a really good job. And we knew that was going to be an absolute rock fight until the bitter end. But we didn't make shots. And our guys just kept competing and kept playing and just went on to the next possession. I didn't see too much pouting. I didn't see any heads go down. I didn't see any poor body language. I saw a team just starting to come together. Just next play, next possession, next stop. Obviously, Lamar was a workhorse. We were in foul trouble. Josh Reeves was out for almost the entire first half. I think he played the first 3 minutes maybe. So, you don't want to go through that experience very often, but we did, and I thought we handled it well. I thought Miles Dredd, his shooting's not going to indicate maybe what we're all used to, but I thought his defense was really good. I thought he was in the right spots, and for a freshman to play 30 minutes, I thought he did some good things. So really, really good win for us, 2-0. You know what, I'm going to say one other thing. I think last year's past successes and wins, I think really have taught this group how to win, how to find success. I think that's what you saw in the last 5 minutes.
Hey, Coach. 32 attempted threes tonight. Obviously a little bit different from the norm for your teams. What kind of attributed to that, and what are your thoughts on that stat tonight?
The way they play is they pack it in, and they force you to shoot jump shots. And I was pretty comfortable doing that with the amount of shooters that we have on the floor. At times, we definitely need to get to the free throw line a little bit more. But I was okay because we had some really good looks. I thought Miles had some good looks. Even though Ra was 4 for 8, I thought he had some good looks that just didn't fall. So we're going to keep taking those shots, but we need to mix it up a little bit, especially if every team's going to double Lamar. And why wouldn't you? And somehow he still finds 25 tonight. Pretty special talent, but his teammates are finding him. He's making pretty good decisions right now. 3 assists, 1 turnover is fantastic.
Rasir, excuse me, I'm losing my voice a little bit, but bringing him off the bench.
Mark?
Last night I was cheering against the Eagles last night.
Oh, perfect, thanks.
Hey, but seriously.
You're a Cowboys fan?
No, I was mad.
Okay.
But anyway, Rasir, how has he adjusted to coming off the bench? That can't be an easy thing for a young kid to do, because I'm sure he started his whole career, and he's still playing 30 minutes, but can you talk about the way he's adjusted to that?
Yeah, I think he handled it very well, very mature. And I sat him down and talked to him about why and what we need to do. And I also think it's a pretty good thing for him to watch the first 3.5 minutes from the bench so he can see the speed of the game, so he can see what's going on, so he can, figure some things out. I think that's benefited him as well. I know he wants to start, but he's a team player, and right now he just wants to win. So he's going to do whatever it takes for the team to be successful.
And then one other thing, your free throw shooting, is that just an aberration today, or because that looked like it could have cost you had that game gone a little bit differently?
I agree with you. I'm a little bit worried about it, a little bit concerned, and we'll be, we shoot free throws every day. And Johnny's a much better free throw shooter than that. 14 of 21, it's got to be better. And it had to be better on Friday night, too. And West Virginia, it had to be better. So we just got to go up there with great confidence, know what our routine is, and have positive thoughts, positive outcomes.
Kind of going off of that a little bit, Lamar mentioned back at Media Day that you guys had a meeting about what the roles were on this team, and it seems like these guys have a pretty good grasp already of what they should and should not be doing. How do you think they are in that area? Because it seems like at least that everybody understands what their role is.
Absolutely. I think everybody understands their value to the team, their value to the program. Obviously, Lamar and Josh are going to do what they do. Johnny is going to be tough and physical. It was great to see him play 26 minutes. And he'll wipe off the dust. He'll make some of those dunks and some of those layups, and I know the free throws will go. Miles does exactly what he's supposed to do. The guy who I know you're waiting for to erupt here is Myrion Jones, and he's going to. And to have the confidence, first of all, I had the confidence to put him in to make free throws, and he went and made them. And I think you got to feel, he needed to see the ball go through the basket, and for him to see that, I think he's going to be in a better place heading into DePaul.
Is there an adjustment for you at all with Jamari at the point versus Tony? They're different sizes, do different things, but you've had a lot of point guards that have been scoring point guards, and Jamari, that's not what he's trying to do. That's not probably what you're asking him to do. Is that different for you at all in the offense?
It has been, because a lot of the things we ran last year were for Tony, and this year we've just mixed it up a little bit more. We've gotten more creative. We understand Josh has got to make plays, Lamar's got to make plays. The freshmen, we got to get them spotted up to make shots, and now you're starting to really see Rossier, use a ball screen and be able to make some plays for others and for himself.
Pat, you said about how the struggles at the free throw line and shooting the ball the way you did. For a guy like Lamar Stevens, to have him, how much does that offset maybe some of the shooting woes that some of the other guys on the team might be having?
Yeah, because Lamar can score on all three levels. He can get to the rim. He can hit the mid-range, which he's got one of the best in the country. And he's shooting a good clip from three right now. So it's a luxury to have a workhorse like Lamar out on the floor. And he's going to demand so much attention. So these guys are going to get open shots if we make the right decisions, make the right plays. And with only 6 turnovers, looks like we made the right decisions.
And him responding to the double teams again tonight, it seemed like he was making more of an effort to dribble out of it. Was that something that you had mentioned to him before the game? Was that a game plan thing, or was that just something he's trying to evolve as he's working through these double teams?
I think it's a work in progress, because last game against North Florida, he had 4 turnovers, 0 assists. I think he was trying to split the double teams. Now you got to trust your teammates, and he does. Not that he doesn't, he does. And he'll find his spots. And teams, we'll figure out what they're doing, and we'll get the ball back to him. I mean, he scored 25 and he got doubled most of the night. It's pretty impressive.
Pat, at this point in the season, obviously losing Tony and Mike's still out, do you think that you guys are still trying to find that offensive identity, obviously taking more threes tonight than usual? Are you still looking for that offensive identity?
I think our offensive identity is exactly what we are. I mean, we just scored 87 points. We scored 70. Is that 76? I don't have my glasses. 76 tonight. We've been in the 70s or higher in both scrimmages and exhibition game. So I think the offense is what it is right now. And I like the pace we're playing at. And if you have an open three, especially these guys who get in here and shoot every day, we're gonna shoot that three. It's the defensive end that I need to really concentrate on. That's our identity. We're not a team that's going to outscore you, because you can't do that in the Big Ten and be successful and sustainable. So it's the defense and rebounding. We gave up 12 offensive rebounds again. We need to keep teams to single digits.
Jamari is a great defender, but what does he need to improve on the offensive end?
I just think Jamari is, he didn't play a ton of minutes last year. What did he play? Anywhere from 10 to 12 minutes maybe. I think he's just got to relax. He wants to play perfect. He wants to hit those open threes. And you know what? He doesn't have to do that. Just defend, rebound, make good decisions, and be the guy that dictates our defense. Be the guy that dictates the energy and effort for us when we start games. That's what we need from him. And nobody's going to work harder than that kid. We all know that.
A freshman's mindset can be quite fickle at times. It seems like they're playing with quite a bit of confidence and not much hesitation right out of the gate. I would imagine that's probably what you want the most out of them early on.
Well, I'd like to think that I give them the confidence to take those shots. And they've also played a ton of basketball. I mean, Rob played on the Adidas circuit. He's prep school. He went to like 10 prep schools. Right, Rob? And, he's beyond his years, right? And Miles, same thing. Played at Gonzaga. He played at UIBL. These guys have been in some major games. So they know what the pressure feels like. They know what the game looks like. So I think the freshmen will keep playing consistent basketball. That's what we need from them.
Pat, obviously, like you said, Rasheer played really well tonight. What can you take away specifically from, that three-pointer with the shot clock winding down, kind of cementing the game? What does that moment show you?
I've seen him take that shot before, and I almost want to say drive it, but I've seen him make it as well. So, I give him the freedom to make decisions. That's why he came here, and that's why he fits our program very well. That was a big-time shot. It really extended the lead for us, and we needed that.
Like you said, you don't want it to happen a lot, but how important is it for your team to go through a long stretch without Josh and really be able to work through that?
I thought that was critical. I think some guys really grew up in that first half. We only gave up 32 points in the first half. and we played mostly young guys, including Trent, because Trent barely played last year, and he's really like a freshman out there. He gave us some great minutes in the first half. So we're going to grow from that experience. It's only going to help us as we head into the Big Ten.
Jacksonville State was 3 for 14 tonight from three-point range. Of course, you guys did really well against North Florida, defending the three the other night. What do you really attribute that to as far as y'all's defensive effort in these games?
I would say the guys sticking to the game plan, understanding the game plan. We worked on a lot of different things to take away threes. The communication level out there, the leadership level out there, so everybody knows what they're doing. And we're starting to see better habits too. High hands, better closeouts, little details of the game that we need to master before we head in the Big Ten.
Coach, you guys were able to get a couple big charges and big moments. What does a play like that do for the momentum on the court?
Yeah, Josh Reeves' charge was huge. That was a big play. And Josh really doesn't take a lot of charges, so it was nice to see. But those charges, they're game-winning plays. They're momentum-swinging plays. And our guys are willing to do that, from Lamar to Johnny to Jamar. Everybody on the team is willing to give up their body for one another. That's a good team. That's a good culture.
Tyler, last question.
Going back to Rasir quickly, he played, I think, 9 more minutes than Jamari. Was that just the nature of the way he was playing, or is that also have to do with the defense, as you described, that Jackson State was playing, and just his ability to stretch the floor?
I would say a little bit of both. I thought Ra was really comfortable out there, and he made some plays for us, and he put the ball in the basket. He's doing some good things on the defensive end. But Jacksonville State, the way they defend, they really pack it in. So it just made most sense to go with Ra tonight.